Hello, my friends. It's good to have you back. Today, I will analyze one article, and this article comes from military.com, and it's from 20th of February 2022, and it's titled Army's Controversial Fitness Test Might Become Official This Year, Leaked Plan Says. Well, before I start analyzing and talking about this article and its implications, I have to uh, um, make a few statements or set the boundaries or just make a few provide a few definitions. So one of them is that military is a serious business. It's a life and death issue, and a country has to be very serious, in dealing with the military's equipment and quality of their soldiers. Obviously, if you have bad soldiers, you will lose a war against an adversary, an enemy, and that could mean that a lot of destruction for your country, for your nation, for your people, and so on. So it's not you can't. I mean, you can, but if you can't um, ignore quality. So you can just go by quantity. You have to go for quality. Aim at quality of the soldiers, quality of the equipment, quality of training, quality of uh, plans, military, tactical plans, and so on. So you have to have a very good staff. I mean that goes without saying. You can't go, you can't use half measures because that those half measures will definitely cost you and your nation and your people, your families, and so on in case of a war with a more better prepared enemy army. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to aim for quality. So the standards of an army should be very high in order to have good soldiers, and they have to be fit, mentally fit, physically fit, morally fit. You don't want, idiots. You don't want physically handicapped people over there, um, especially if you send them in the field. They can't carry the equipment. They can't march. They can't sleep. They can't function unless you have them just use a joystick, and everybody else is doing the hard work. You just use the joystick and you send them, you know, you tell them go over there on the location, coordinates this. So don't stay. Okay, push the button, move the rocket. Yeah, you can have that kind of job, but even those jobs are limited, and you still have to have some abilities. So morally, again, you can't be over there if you're a criminal and you have a very shady character, because that means you're going to desert your army, you desert your comrades in arms over there, and you can't have that. You have to be a healthy, morally healthy, mentally healthy, physically, or you can allow misfits, and then your army will be unprepared. So here it says about this article is about a controversial. It says the army controversial new fitness test may replace the decades-old standard by which troops are measured uh, later this year after years of advocacy by army leadership confronting a skeptical Congress worried about the test practicality and lopsided gender disparity in performance. So we have the military who want know what they're talking about, and you have the politicians who have their ideologies. So basically, is the, it's an Army Combat Fitness Test or ACFT, and it has some minimum requirements to joining the military, be kept in the military, which I don't know. This is You can look and see the requirements, but they're not very hard requirements. Like I believe it was not. I believe I know there were some requirements of pull-ups, the bar in the marine testing to the Marines. Anyway, I know it was a certain set for men. It was other set for women. The number they should accomplish, even though they would carry the same equipment in combat, weighing a certain number of pounds. So you lower the standards, but the equipment is going to be the same in weight. So how are they going to perform? Some people will struggle, but this is a political idea that you have to be inclusive and lower the standards of the military in this case. It's if you want to be a active field combatant military, that's you have to pass. You have to at least show that you're strong enough and courageous and all that. Well, it's just that politics are going to destroy the standards, and that's going to affect me and you because you're going to have an army who would not be able to, you know, face the adversities of war unless you hire certain people that from the very beginning that you're gonna use those people in certain kind of positions where physical ability is not required. It's not necessarily something strong. That means you're gonna have people in the offices doing boom 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 joystick jobs and phone, and you're gonna have the other group who's gonna go in the field and die. So I'm just gonna go here and say it says here that the test, and this is one requirement, requires soldiers deadlift between 140 and 340 pounds. So 140 pounds, you just divide it by two, just go like that to find it in kilograms almost. So it's about 140, let's say about 60, because it's for 4 it's 460 grams, I think, something like that, a pound versus a kilogram. So let's say 60 pounds, you have to do, I know, deadlift with 60 kilograms. Well, 60 kilograms is like carrying a very light person or carrying your equipment. And it says here that something smaller soldiers, especially women, struggled to achieve high scores in testing. Maybe someone says this job is not for everybody, like any other job. If you go in to get hired, that's why it's a process when you apply for a job. They want to see you, they want to interview you, they want to read your credentials, your university credits, and all this, and they have references that you're not a thief, you're not a bad person. It's a process. They interview, they ask you questions, see how you're going to respond to those. So in any job, you have to have this. But in military, they want to lower this because some people can't or struggle to pass the test. Well, maybe it's not for you. I'm just saying. So it says here that internal figures from 2020 showed only 66 women scored 500 points or higher compared to 31,978 men. So 66 women scored 500 points or higher compared with 32,000 men who scored that. A score of 600 is the max. The 2 mile run is by far the most common failed event. What does that tell you? Yeah. What does that tell you? I mean, you should have a mental problem not to understand what that is. So just think of this: you're going to lower the standards, politicians, to fit their inclusion, diversity, and all that in an area which is military, where I really care to have the best military possible. And like in any job, you have better people, better the prepared people that will do the job better than the others. Now, you can't just hire someone and say, well, you know what, we're not gonna. Let's say you have in military is the easiest way. I'm gonna hire you. I'm gonna get you. You're gonna be in the military. You're gonna be a soldier, but you're not gonna go and do field instruction. You're not gonna do field anything because you're weak physically. you can't perform. So you know what? We're going to put in a managerial position where you're just going to talk and give orders to others. Well, if I start in the field as a soldier, I would definitely don't like that, because that person who was put over there in that position, superior position, that's gonna give me orders. That's gonna send me to places. It's gonna do its job. They're gonna do it in a nice chair, heat, internet, computer, and the other one goes over there in dirt, rain, cold, bullets coming at you, and so on. And then no, you can't just be hired specifically for your group membership for that position. That's basic discrimination, isn't it? Isn't it? So these guys are playing with the military, and that's very dangerous. That's very dangerous. I mean, if you're a private corporation, you can do whatever you want over there. I mean, it's your corporation is going to fall or not fall. I mean, hire if you want all the uh, unfit people for the positions, but you're going to fail because they will not be able to do their jobs. So you can do that. That's your company if you really want, and you're gonna go bankrupt, or maybe not. Maybe you're gonna succeed. Good for you. I doubt that, because reality is as it is. If you can't perform, you will die. You'll die. I mean, that's the nature. It's not me. Now we can have a fake relationship, an easy society as we have here, where everybody's gonna have a job somewhere. But you should have someone award someone's a position in a company based on that person's abilities, without ignoring other ones that could do it better. Just, I mean, you can feel compassion and empathy and all that, but when you do that towards someone, you have the risks of discriminating against other people. So apply the same empathy and sympathy to everybody across the board, so you don't I'm going to help you up, but I'm going to keep you down. That's called kind of like equity. uh, got to have the outcome, but I'm going to get you up a little bit. I'm going to keep you down, or so we can together go. There's not going to be a good improvement. There's not going to be a good development. There's not going to be evolution in any way. I mean, it's like you go to school and you have the stupidest student in the classroom, and the teacher will just move along with a curriculum based on the ability of the, well, let's put it nicely, the least mentally able individual in the classroom. There you go. Very nice put, but it's the same thing with what I said before. It's just not so blunt, and you see how many minutes, seconds I have to fail, to lose, to waste, just to be nice, but give you the same idea. So this little guy is going to be the last in the classroom with his achievements and abilities. Everybody else who can go higher is going to keep down. So don't feel offended and be nice. Be nice, be nice. How is that society going to evolve? How is that going to improve? And that society competes with other societies who don't sign up to this kind of ideology. What's going to happen? They're going to just invade us, and they're going to just raise us like this. So just think about that. I mean, life is still good here, but reality is reality. I mean, you can make your own, um, you know, um, uh, fake reality in your head and so on. But when you go outside, you can't ask the sun not to shine, or the wind not to blow, or the clouds not to be over there. There will be over there, and rain is going to fall on you. You can't just get angry with the rain and say, you should not fall. The raindrops, I should not get wet. I mean, it goes this fantasy, then your creation, imaginary creation of reality goes to a certain extent, and then you have to perform against reality. And if you're not prepared, you're gonna have the other ones help you, get you up. All right. Well, thank you for being with me today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Bye bye.